And welcome into the Farm Families of Mississippi segment here on the Varsity Voices podcast presented by C Spire, where we get a chance to talk to our player of the week. And this week's player, Farm Families of Mississippi player of the week, is Pat Crump Jr. from way up in Corinth, Mississippi. Pat, thanks for coming on and making some time for us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so let's talk about that performance, man. 401 yards on 10 carries. That is wild, man. So were you crazy tired? Could you walk the next day? I mean, 400 yards, that's a lot.
Yes, sir. It was just a very exciting game that night. Me and my line was connecting, and we just finished the game strong.
And it was a big win over a Tishomingo County team, and you're able to get that win. And, of course, it'll set up a big showdown this week with Amory. Amory, a big squad and a good football program there in North Mississippi. So you guys been preparing this week for the Panthers? What have you been looking at this week? Going to go for 400 again?
That's the goal. We're gonna try to break it this time, but we've been preparing for Amory, and they're a pretty good team. But I think we should come out with the W this week.
Is that game in Corinth or is it at Amory?
It's here.
Okay, it's in Corinth, so up there in Alcorn County. I did a ball game in Corinth before. I'd rather not remember it because it was like 41-0 or something, and we did not. My team did not win. That was a long time ago. So Corinth pretty tough there at home. But with a performance like that, 400 yards. You probably got a few phone calls this week, couple of colleges, but you're already committed. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So where are you going?
UT Martin.
UT Martin, the Skyhawks, right? Yeah, I know it's Skyhawks. That's got to be only about, what, 2 hours from Corinth? Not too far, is it?
Yes, sir. 2 hours and 30, 2 hours of change.
Yeah. Not too far at all from up there in North Mississippi. So let's talk about other sports. You're a football player. Do you do anything else?
I powerlift and run track.
Okay. So what events in track do you run?
I run the 1, 2, 4, and the 4x4.
Well, and did you win a championship or did something good in track, right? Didn't you?
Yes, I won the Open 400, and we won state as a team.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we've seen this a lot this year with a lot of the guys that we featured that run the ball a lot. They're also track players, so it just makes sense if the track coach is like, hey, this guy can run. Let's get him out. He does it with a football in his hand. Let's see what he can do with a baton in his hand. So powerlifting. How's powerlifting going for you? You what's your best lift?
Squat.
Squat? I would imagine if you run for 400 yards, I would imagine squat probably your best lift. So let's take a look at, when you're not playing football and you're not, running track or doing powerlifting, what are some things you like to do for fun? You play any other sports for fun or you video games? What are you doing?
Really, video games.
Okay. So what's your favorite game?
I'll probably say NCAA or Madden, one of those.
Okay, so if you're playing NCAA, who's your team? Do you play with the Skyhawks now that you're committed to them, or who's your squad that you play with? Sometimes when I play, I just get like a random team. Like I want to play with like Oklahoma State, right? Just and go on a season with them. So what's it look like for you?
I'll play with LSU.
Okay, play with the Tigers. I mean, good squad. You can't complain about that. What about in Madden? Who's your team in Madden?
I'll play with the Steelers.
Okay, Steeltown. Gotcha. So Pittsburgh, not a bad team there. All right. So I had to talk about this. I've been to Corinth a few times, and I want to know how we supposed to say it. Is it Corinth? 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 I mean, I when I go up there, everybody says it differently, man. So how am I supposed to say it?
Really, everybody said it a different way, but I say Corinth.
Okay. Yeah, because I said I've done some softball games there, did a football game there, and I asked a few guys, and they said, I think it was just some older people, and they said, well, this is how the older generation says it, and younger people say it a little bit differently. And so I just said, I'll ask Pat and see what he says. Also, another thing about Corinth, slug burgers. Tell us, if we're coming to Corinth, where are we going to get the best slug burger?
White Charlie's. White Charlie's.
White Charlie's.
That's the best spot to get a slug burger from.
Okay, so if I come to Corinth, White Charlie. So I'll remember that because I do play by play for Kosciuszko. So if we meet up with Corinth in the playoffs, we have to go up there. We're gonna stop at White Charlie's, and I'm gonna tell them that Pat sent us to White Charlie's. Okay, because I know about Borum's Drugstore on the
Mm.
square. They talk about theirs being that old soda fountain and things like that. I've been there. It's a cool little spot. But you're saying White Charlie's has got the best slug burger. And if you don't know what a slug burger is, well, go look it up. Then you need to find out what a slug burger is because it's some good eatings up there in Northeast Mississippi. Well, one final thing, Pat, that we like to do is give you the mic and let you give a shout out to whoever it is. You got a family, offensive line coaches, whoever it might be. Just give a shout out, and the mic is yours right now.
You know, I like to thank my coaches and all my staff that's been a part of my team, is pushing me to be the player I am now. And I like to thank all my family that's been there to support me on this run and this journey. And I just gotta give out a shout out to the line that just made this happen.
Yeah, we talk about in the NFL, whoever wins the rushing title always goes and buys something for his offensive line. But in NFL, he's buying them like Escalades, right? Because they can afford that kind of stuff. You might just have to take your O line out to White Charlie's at some point, and maybe get them all some slug burgers. I don't know. Them O line, they can eat now. Them some big boys.
Yeah, I told them we're gonna go get steaks.
Okay, so steak. He's even going above the slug burger. He's going for the steak. But as our Farm Families of Mississippi Player of the Week, we're going to send Pat a shirt. We already got his address. It'll be in the mail. Hopefully, we get that, and he'll get take a picture with it on. We'll get it pushed out on all of our socials and everything. Well, Pat, we appreciate you for making time for us today. And hey, good luck in the game against Amory. And hey, good luck. It's almost playoff time, so hopefully you keep going and your season keeps rolling. But we appreciate you and congratulations on being the Farm Families of Mississippi Player of the Week.
Thank you for having me.